Hello everyone. So last time we talked about adrenal glands and amygdala just because they were very good in hormone productions and interconnected, right? So today we are going to talk about liver and kidneys. Many people think that liver and pancreas are near each other, so they would be having combined functions, right? But liver hormones interact more with kidney hormones. Okay, so today I have taken a pair of liver and kidneys. Pancreas I will take in the next video with the pair of stomach. Okay, so stomach and pancreas goes hand in hand, and liver goes hand in hand with kidney. So today we are talking about liver and kidneys. In liver we will first start talking about angiotensinogen hormone. So what is angiotensinogen? This is something which regulates your blood pressure. Uh, uh, it is something which will regulate how active your brain is, how active your cognition skill is. Okay, and another thing angiotensinogen governs is your sympathy nature. So if you are watching that you are more sympathetic towards nature, you are more sympathetic than your logical brain, you are becoming more and more sympathetic, then angiotensinogen has been disproportionate in your body. So whenever your mood is turning to sympathy, over sympathy, so you have to control this one. And the main thing about this is that it is also connected with aldosterone. We talked about aldosterone in adrenal glands. So if you remember in the first video I talked about aldosterone. In aldosterone we also talked about anxiety and issues related to anxiety. So when you see sympathy and anxiety together inside you, that is your liver hormone issues disproportionate inside your body. So what we have to do, first of all you have to increase milk diet. Okay, so I would like to say something about this new trend coming these days, veganism. Okay, you go vegan, don't drink milk. That is all lunatic things. Okay, our ancestors were not mad lunatics, they were more intelligent and scientific than us. Cattle live with us. Milk and milk products are very much needed for body. Okay, you cannot destroy milk from your diet, right? If you are 20 years 30 years old and you are removing milk from your diet, your body is getting adjusted, your body is getting adapted, and you are thinking, yes, we can survive without milk. It is making me more more you have activityness, you have a very good deep sleep. Yes, you might have these few benefits of going vegan, but when you turn 50, your liver function will go down, because milk is a very necessary product. You cannot decline milk products from your diet. Okay, because lactose and lactic is very important thing inside in your body. It should go inside your body, right? Our ancient scientists, our ancient rishis, they were not mad. There is a reason we selected cow milk and not gorilla's milk. Okay, so milk is a very important thing in your diet. Yes, if you see that vegan people are more sympathetic, yes, it might help in increasing your EQ. It will increase your EQ, but it will decrease your IQ and your cognitive function if you don't drink milk, if you don't have dairy products, right? So it is necessary to have dairy products. Yes, humans are exploiting cows, that is another perspective. Get your own cow, feed your own cow grass, and then drink milk. Don't say don't drink milk. Okay, milk is important. If you don't like to drink milk of somebody else's cow, go and purchase a cow from a market. But milk is very important function and product. So in this hormone you have to increase milk in your diet. First of all, increase milk and reduce salt. Why reduce salt? Because as soon as you will reduce salt, the opposite enzyme renin will be inhibited. Now if renin production stops, the production of angiotensinogen increases, right? So what happens, we are not doing this, we are again doing this. If we can't control directly, we are controlling indirectly. Okay, so reducing salt in your diet and increasing milk products in your diet will balance your sympathetic nature and over EQ in your body. It will make you more logical. Okay, but I'm not saying that remove salt from your diet and eat only milk products. Like, do this for around 7 days. 7 days, increase milk food diet, decrease salt. Okay, so this is how you balance angiotensinogen. Another thing you can increase in your diet is mushrooms and royal jelly. You can take royal jelly, and mushrooms are also a good source. But there is nothing better than milk, because milk is a source of lactic and carbohydrate and fat together. Yes, you can also take cow urine if you are not a taboo person. You can drink cow urine once a day for around 10 days. Okay, but cow urine, not buffalo urine. Okay, so next is hepsidine. Hepsidine is another hormone that liver produces, and hepsidine is something that controls your oxidation metabolism in your body, because it regulates iron in your blood, and when iron is good in your blood, the regulation of oxygen in your blood happens very good. Okay, so another function about hepsidine is that it is interconnected with 3 different hormones: serotonin, endorphin, and dopamine. Okay, so hepsidine alone helps in the regulation of 3 hormones, so it is a very important hormone. Now, when these 3 hormones are disproportionate, hepsidine is always going to be disproportionate, and when hepsidine is disproportionate, eventually the 3 hormones will go disproportionate. Okay, so what we have to do first, we have to take more iron supplements. You can take spinach, you can take broccoli, right? Pumpkin seed are also very good with iron supplements. Next thing is bee pollen. Very few people know about bee pollen. Bee pollen is very good supplement for iron, but yes, few people might be having allergy to bee pollen, and just because it is a superfood, you should know how to consume it. Okay, first of all, it goes with yogurt, and how to take it. First, take around half teaspoon for 2 days, and see if there is no acne, red rashes, or hair fall. Then you are not allergic to bee pollen if you don't have a black stool. Okay, now after that, take more than half teaspoon for 2 to 3 days. Okay, then take 1 teaspoon for 7 days, right? Then take half tablespoon for next 7 days. Continue taking half tablespoon for next 10 days. Now after 17 days, 15 to 17 days, then start taking 1 tablespoon alternate days. Okay, this is how you can measure the diet of bee pollen, and you should go on increasing bee pollen like this. Otherwise it can be damaging also, so don't take anything like in bulk. Okay, it is very important to know the proportion of things you are taking, and how well you are adapting your body with it, because controlling your mood swing is always controlling your body. So what does hepsidine do? Hepsidine with 3 hormone increases worry and fatigue. So when you are watching that you are in too much of worry in life, you are worrying for everything in your life, and you are having fatigue, you are having energy loss, you tend to sleep more. Okay, then the hepsidine levels are not very good in your body, and thus you will need to balance this by increasing iron in your diet. Okay, increase the production of iron. You can also eat beets, red beet. Okay, that is also a good thing. Next thing is somatomedin. Somatomedin is another hormone. Okay, so what does this do? This will affect your deep sleep. If we are not having deep sleep, if we are having constipation, and if you are having both of these together, okay, then somatomedin balance is not good in your body. So what you have to do to balance somatomedin is that you have to increase fish and carbohydrate in your diet. If you are not eating fish, you increase carbohydrate in your diet. Put thick hair oil. Okay, put thick hair oil so that you have less energy loss from your head, and this will keep your energy inside your body. And along with that, eat more carbohydrates. You can also eat fish. Next thing you can do is you can increase magnesium, selenium and zinc. You can take tablets of magnesium, selenium and zinc to balance your somatomedin. And reduce protein. Again, we are pulling the ear from this way. If you reduce protein in your diet, the opposite hormone will decrease, and the somatomedin balance will automatically go on. Okay, so if you are watching that you are having trouble sleeping at night, you are not having deep sleep, your sleep breaks into pieces, you are having some constipation issues sometime. Okay, so these are all indications of somatomedin imbalance, and for that you need to increase carbohydrate in your diet and cut down protein. Remove protein from your life for 7 days. Don't eat anything that gives protein, right? That will automatically increase your somatomedin, and that's how you will balance that mood swing. So what we understood first was Angiotensinogen was for anxiety and issues related to blood pressure, stress, right? Then Hepsidine was for worry and fatigue. This Hepsidine was for sleep disorder, when you don't have deep sleep, right? So after that, the fourth thing comes is thrombopoietin. See, this is a tricky one, because this is not connected with just one thing, but it is connected with vitamin C and vitamin D balance. This is a very tricky thing. Whenever you increase vitamin C balance, this thrombopoietin will automatically increase its secretion. So for that, you can enrich your diet with citric acid foods. But what happens when this hormone is disproportionate? When this hormone is disproportionate, you will have continuous mood swings. You will be continuously in worry, okay, and you will have energy loss. You will have fatigue in your legs, thighs, and calves more. Okay, you will have tingling in your feet. You might have numbness in your fingers sometimes. So these are all problems of thrombopoietin. So what we have to do, we have to increase the absorption of calcium. Like if you talk medically, you can also take prednisone to increase the calcium absorption. But yes, it's again a very huge ocean. If you take prednisone without good guidance, it might be a problem, because when you increase the absorption of calcium, you have to also supplement it with vitamin D. So if the doctor would suggest prednisone to you, he will also give you vitamin D tablets along with it, so that the absorption of calcium also takes place with vitamin D. And you must not take it if you have some kidney or renal related issues, because as it might also affect and give you cyst in your kidneys or calcium stones. Okay, so it is very important to take a good advice and check your body before taking it. But if you don't want to go into that medical issues and medicines, the easiest way is to increase calcium in your diet. Eat more bananas, right? Eat more bananas. Then the another thing you can do is raise your sugar levels. Okay, increase sugar in your diet. Drink more milk. Milk is also a very good source of calcium. Don't go vegan. Okay, there is nothing cool in being vegan. When you will reach 40 and 50 in your age, your body will decline, and then you will just ask for God, oh my God, why I did become a vegan. Okay, don't be a sheeple. Don't go with the crowd. Use your mind. So drink more milk to balance it. Intake more calcium in your diet. Okay, and next thing you can do is take vitamin C, as I told you. So these all things will around 10 days it will increase your thrombopoietin level. It will reduce your fatigue in your thighs and calves and knees. And with that, when you are eating more sugar in your body, it will also give you an excess energy for your cognitive functions. Okay, you can also eat raisins. Raisins are also good when you are into that worry and fatigue mood. Black raisins, they are very good. You can keep black raisins at night in a water, and then let that water and raisin mix, and then you can drink and eat both of them in the morning. That will also help. Okay. Next thing you can also take is what you say, flax seeds. Flax seeds are also good. Flax seeds are good for thrombopoietin. Right. So this was thrombopoietin. The next there is also dihydrotestosterone, which liver also helps in the secretion of dihydrotestosterone, but I will not talk about that hormone. I will talk about that hormone in the function in the video of testes. Right, over here I won't talk about it because then things would merge and you will get more confused. Okay, so for liver we'll keep like this, only 4 main hormones as we talked about. One was angiotensinogen for oversympathy nature and increase in EQ. Okay. Next was hepsidine. Hepsidine was for anemia, sleep disorder, and worry. Right. Then it was somatomedin for extreme worry, lack of deep sleep, and digestive disorders. Okay. And the last one was thrombopoietin. It was for worry and fatigue. Lot of worry and fatigue. See, there is a difference between stress, anxiety and worry. When you are in anxiety, your stomach center is irritated, more energy is released from your stomach and digestive issues come. When you are in stress, your back head is more tightened. Okay, it might pain on high stress levels, but on low stress levels you will be having stiff neck. And when you are in worry, your chest will be very painful, or if not painful, you will be having a feeling of burden on your chest. Okay, like a stone is there on your chest. Okay, so that is worry. That is from your heart center. So when worry and fatigue, whole body fatigue are together, then it is the case of thrombopoietin. When worry is there with the lack of deep sleep, then it is the case of hepsidine. And when worry and feet issues are there, like your feet are more fatigued, you feel more pain in your feet, you tend to not walk more. Okay, then it is the case of both of these hormones. Okay, so we talked about liver. Now coming to kidneys. But let us summarize liver in one sentence, that first of all, stop this vegan movement. It is a very drastic lunatism to become a vegan. Yes, when you are in your youth, your body can already adapt with anything. That is a tendency of the body. But when you grow old, and now there is a lack of milk and calcium and lactose in your body, there will be survival issues. Your liver function will go down. So milk is very important in your diet. Don't go vegan. Okay, don't leave milk. If you are that much sympathetic to cow, if you want pure milk, go purchase your own cow and drink your own milk. Okay, if you are against the milk industries, go purchase your own cows and buffaloes, feed them with original grass, and then drink milk. But drink milk, because milk is very important. Don't leave milk. Next thing is eating sugar and salt whenever needed. Okay, so whenever there is stress, reduce salt. Whenever there is worry, increase sugar. Okay, because reducing salt will inhibit renin and increase angiotensinogen, and increasing sugar will increase the production of hepsidine. Okay, and thrombopoietin. And another thing is, the third thing is balance calcium and vitamin D along with vitamin C, because whenever you tend to absorb more calcium, you will need more vitamin C to absorb calcium. So the more milk you are eating, take vitamin D tablets along with them if you are feeling too much of fatigue and worriness inside you. Okay, folic acid tablets are very cheap and found anywhere in any medical store. It will increase the vitamin D, but always take folic acid with milk. It will give a pronounced effect. Okay. And last but not the least is having regular routine of drinking more water. Drink more water so that kidney function does properly, and when the kidney is functioning properly, liver enzymes are automatically going to adapt itself, right? Okay, so this was about liver. Now coming to kidneys. So talking about kidneys, the first thing is erythropoietin. So what does erythropoietin regulate? It regulates your fear and fear processing in your mind, how you react to fear, okay, how fearless you are, and your psychoneuroimmunity, how well your immunity is established, your willpower in accordance with your immunity, right? So it also increases neuroplasticity. When you think good neurons are formed, and increases positivity. When you think bad neurons are formed. So neuroplasticity is something which increases your psychological immunity, and for this erythropoietin plays a very big role, right? Because erythropoietin is something which helps in kidney function. Kidney function is something which helps in regulation of blood, and regulation of blood is something which helps in circulation of neuronal signals. So everything is connected. So talking about this first, if you are having mood of fearsome mood, you are getting more fearful these days, okay, the amount of fear is increasing, and along with that, if cough is increasing, there is congestion in your nose, there is congestion over here, okay, in your sinus area, or you have pain over here in between eyes, you see your pain over here and above of your eyes, right? If you see there is too much of sinus congestion over here, if you hear some itchiness in your ears, like, okay, so if you have increased cough in your face and sinus, and along with that you are feeling so much of fear of something, you are getting more fear about the future, more fear about what things will happen, right? So fear and anxiety are two different things. When there is anxiety, there is problem in your stomach, but when there is fear, you will have constipation and anemia, okay, because the natural tendency of rectus is to get tight when you are in fear. So when you are in fear, your rectus get tight and your large intestine would not work efficiently, okay, because excess of energy is going in your head in expressing and understanding the fear, okay. So this is how you differentiate anxiety. In anxiety you won't have constipation, in fear you will have constipation, okay. So whenever you have fear, you lack immunity, and there is increase in cough inside your body, there is increase in sinus, there is something tingling in your ears, okay. So these are all symptoms of erythropoietin disproportionate. So what you can do when this thing happens is increase the water intake. First of all, in all kidney symptoms, you have to increase water so that kidney can regularly flush water, right? Next thing you can do is eat more dry fruits and dried roots. Dry fruits are something, especially those which give cold effect inside your body, like raisins, cashews. You can drink soaked raisins, okay. Grapes are very good. Dry fruits, all types of dry fruits you can have except apricots, because apricots are oily in nature and they will increase oil, so I will not suggest apricots. So avoid things that increase oil. Otherwise, if you are having this fearsome mood, eat more cashews, eat more raisins, okay, on those 2-3 days, and reduce some amount of salt in your diet, and add black salt, Because what black salt does not modulate your heart structure, okay, or your circadian rhythm. It helps in processing your digestion in a way that all the passages of gases are also clear. So there will be smooth transition of food and water. So you can do that thing. You can replace salt with black salt. Okay. So this was erythropoietin for fear and immunity. Okay. So next thing is somatomycin, that we already talked in liver, so we are not going to talk back. Okay. Thrombopoietin is also something which kidney helps in secretion along with the liver. So as I said, kidney and liver work hand in hand. So I will not be discussing the same hormone and same effects, right? So the next hormone is renin. We also talked about renin. Renin is something we talked about angiotensinogen, right? As salt intake is reduced, renin inhibition takes place, and as renin inhibition takes place, angiotensinogen increases, and thus when angiotensinogen increases, three hormones, that is serotonin, dopamine and endorphin, increases. Okay, so everything is connected. All the three things are connected. So what you have to do first, let's see what happens in renin disorder when renin is disproportionate. First of all, you will have hypotension, right? You will be in lot of tension. The back of your ears will be stretched, back muscles of your ears, okay, and you will have pain behind the head, right? After that, you will have problem in smooth breathing. If you will notice, your breathing would be short. You will become more irritated, not frustrated. I am talking irritated. When you are frustrated, your temporomandibular joints are tight. Okay, these joints become tight, and your teeth tend to be more tighter. Okay, this is a phase of frustration. Okay, this muscles, this is frustration. But this is irritation. Okay, this is the phase of irritation. You see these lines? This is irritation. When irritation is there, these veins are more pulled up and these veins are less stretched. Okay, these muscles are less stretched. Over here, muscles and nerves are more stretched. But when frustration is there, these muscles are more stretched and these nerves are more loose. So you would be feeling more irritation, you would be feeling hypotension, okay, your blood pressure will rise and fall, you will have no synchronicity in breathing. So first of all, what you should do, you should wake up every morning and do Anulom Vilom, okay. Control your breathing. Breathe, hold, exhale. Breathe, hold, exhale. Do this for 3 times or 5 times maximum for one nose, then again 5 times for another nose. After you complete this cycle, then add holding even after exhale, okay. Breathe, hold, exhale, again hold, then breathe, okay. So when you complete that 5 to 10 cycles, then complete these 5 to 10 cycles. After this, you will see there is a lot of synchronicity in breathing, because when there is lack of oxygen, lack of O2 inside your body, this triggers the mind, and this mind triggers aldosterone, and the aldosterone triggers renin, okay. So this is a chain. So it is important to have ample of oxygen in your body, and for that you need to regulate oxygen every morning when you are having such issues with hypotension, okay. Another thing which you can increase in your diet is increase salt regulation. As we talked in Angiotensinogen, that when you increase salt, the renin production inhibits and it is regulated. So increase salt in your diet, Okay, but make sure you are not a heart patient, because if you are a heart patient and if you eat raw salt, then again blood pressure issues will be there. So don't eat raw salt, put more salt in vegetables or cooked things. Okay, so that is something which you can do when you are in hypotension, when you are in irritated mood. Don't eat sugar when you are irritated. Okay, eat salt when you are irritated. Okay, eat sugar when you are in worry, eat salt when you are irritated. Okay, so the next thing is it will increase your guilt. If you are feeling more guilty, it is the same issue. It is again renin, which is disproportionate. If you are more guilty, because renin also signals the sympathetic nervous system, you will feel more sympathy towards other. You will have emotional outbursts. Okay, and the amount of guilt will automatically increase. So when you are feeling guilty, this is again renin talking inside you, right? So for that, I would again suggest add more salt and reduce milk. Okay, do the reverse. In angiotensinogen, we increase milk and reduce salt. In renin, we reduce milk and increase salt. Okay, so there is a small difference about renin and angio, right? So the next two hormones are dihydroprogesterone and progesterone. Kidneys also help in regulation of these two hormones, but I'll be talking about these two hormones in the next section, not in this section, right? Because it is the main portion in genital hormones. I will be talking more about it in the other section. The next hormone is uroguanine. So what does this do? This is a strong hormone which is related to short-temperedness, increasing obesity and irritation, right? If we are getting more irritated fast, if we are having too much of hunger, okay, and if you are having too much of stress in your life, so this hormone will again be imbalanced, right? So what to do? The one thing you can do is eat more homemade butter, increase sodium and iron in your diet. See, first of all, uroguanine is something which will need a lot of homemade butter. So again, what you need? You don't need to be vegan. If you be vegan, again you will be damaging this hormone. Stop being vegan. Milk and dairy products are very much important, right? So increase homemade butter, because there is no energy source as reliable as homemade butter. Because when you eat that homemade butter, it doesn't come out in stool, it doesn't come out in urine, it doesn't create cholesterol because it doesn't have fatty oils, fatty acid inside it. It is pure carbohydrate. Okay, so what happens to it is the villi inside your small intestine absorbs it completely and gives you energy. Okay, that is the only thing which is converted 99% into energy, and it is not excreted from stool or urine. So there is no good source other than homemade butter. That's why Lord Krishna used to eat a lot of homemade butter, and that's why he had lot of pran energy, right? And pran energy is also considered a yogic energy. So another thing about anti-veganism, right? So don't think being spiritual is leaving milk. Don't think you will become spiritual when you turn into vegan. No. Lord Shiva is not spiritual. He keeps a cow. His favorite food is kheer, which is made from milk. Isn't he spiritual? Doesn't he have spiritual knowledge? Okay. So don't get into this bullshit. Drink good milk. Okay, and there is also variety of milk. When you have to increase your kidney and liver function all together with pancreas, you should have goat milk. When you have to reduce the function of your stomach and increase chillness in your body, you should have cow milk. Okay, when you have to reduce the function of your liver, you should have buffalo milk, right? So if you, when you want to increase your function of your cognitive brain, you should have camel milk. So people are not foolish. Everything has its own importance. Okay. So coming back to the topic, for uroguanilin, you have to increase butter intake. Take more butter, but homemade butter. Okay, not the outside butter which comes with a lot of acids and citric acid and salt inside it. No, normal homemade butter. Okay. With it, what you can do is like increase sodium in your diet, increase iron in your diet, or you can increase nitrogen. Now, how to increase nitrogen? The easiest source of nitrogen is proteins. So you have to eat a lot of proteins. Okay, beans. Take beans. Eat a lot of beans, and beans will increase. Beans with sodium. Put some salt onto those beans. Okay. So when you take beans, it will also increase the functioning of your kidneys and this hormone, and it will balance your irritated and guilty mood. Right. So the another two hormones kidneys are associated with are calcitriol and calcidiol, but I'll be discussing more about it in the sebaceous gland or the skin gland. I'll not be discussing it over here because there will again be some confusion. So today we'll keep it over here, just the liver and kidneys, and not to become a vegan, right? And for kidneys, there are three main things. We'll again summarize it. One is erythropoietin, another is renin, and third is uroguanilin. Erythropoietin is related to the stress moods, when you are feeling more fear. Okay, so when there is more fear, you need to balance it with the guidance I gave you. Another thing was renin. Renin was for increase in thirst, increase in guilt, and more sympathy in nature. Okay, we talked about it. And the last but not the least was uroguanilin. It is for stress. It is also for what you can say obesity, more increased hunger. You are feeling to eat more during this during some days, right? And you see your weight gain is getting more and more. You are gaining more and more weight. You are getting stress belly. Okay. So these are all conditions of uroguanilin. And also when you become short tempered and irritated. Okay. So whenever you feel irritated, short temperedness, you are watching that your weight is getting higher in your stress belly, follow the remedies of uroguanilin. When you are watching that you are getting irritated, but you are getting stressful along with your irritation. Okay. And when you are feeling hypotension, you have low blood pressure, then it is renin issue. Okay. And apart from this, whenever you are feeling fear, whenever your immunity is getting low and you are catching cold, you are having sinus increasing, okay, then it is erythropoietin. So today we'll keep it over here, just liver and kidneys for today's. Next part 3 I will be sharing after a few days. I would let people process this. And again, please don't be a vegan, please don't be a sheeple, follow the crowd, think with your own mind. Milk is necessary. Yes, exploitations of cow is a very bad thing. I am against the exploitation of cows. I don't want cows to be exploited. I don't want buffaloes to be treated like useless shit. But along with that, milk is equally important. Okay, so please don't think. See, it's like, I will give you a short example. If there is too much of dust in your home, you clean your home, you don't get out for your home. So exploitation of cows and buffaloes is like kachra in your house. If there is kachra in your house, ઘરમાં કચરો છે તો ઘરને સાફ કરવાનું હોય, ઘરની બહાર નો વહી જવાનું હોય. Okay, so don't leave milk do something from which you can have clean milk, if you are so much concerned. Okay, so this for today. Thank you. For any more information, for making a specialized routine, for making a yogic diary, for making a good plan and schedule for your nutrition and diet, and you're controlling your mood swings, contact Vedic Vidhata. Thank you.